what I brought last week with the Torah, the one was Torah, where we added the Pesukim and got a multiple of Torah, that was fantastic. This is more fantastic, I think. First of all, what's the Kabbalah called? It's called Bli Mah, or I shouldn't say the Kabbalah, but the Sfirot are known as Bli Mah. We've seen it before. What's Bli Mah mean? It means without what? Without substance. Because they're Sfirot of nothingness is what the Moshe Cordovero calls it. Maybe Arizal also, but anyway, which means they were Kabbalists from back in Tzfat and that time, hundreds of years ago. So they call the Bli Mah means without substance. These are the Sfirot. So when you see the word Bli Mah coded, or direct, it's not direct, but coded, it means the Sfirot. So we've got it, how many times here? Twice, I think it's twice, yes, twice. So here's Bli Mah, you can see it real quick, and the code skips I've got on here, I don't have to add anything this time. So one of them is a 90 skip, and the bigger one with the underline, I think, is 103 skips. You can check which is which. I'm pretty sure the 90 is the one without the underline. But we can actually, for sure, we prove it by what I wrote. I made you a whole table this time. I want to see which words these codes go through. And I listed, I'm not going to do that all the time, but this one I did. Every single word, so you can see a nice table. So the 90 skip code one, the first one, that first bait up there, goes through the word Ula Behema, which means, and for the Behema. They're bringing a Behema for an offering. This is chapter 7, still like we had before, and it's all within chapter 7. I think it's almost to the end. At any rate, what's the Behema in Gematria? It's 88. And then after that, the 90 skip code also goes through La Hashem, and I added up all those gematrias just for the 90 skip code, and the total for that is 783. Amazing in and of itself, but we're going to have more amazing in a moment, at least I think. 783 is 9. 9 is a multiple, divisor of 90. We wouldn't have 90 if it didn't 9. And it's 9 times 87. What's 87? Bli Mah. I don't write the 87. Bli Mah. The code itself goes through 5 words. It has to be 5. There's 5 letters in the code. Doesn't overlap with the other code. And this one is 9 times Bli Mah. That's crazy. It goes through stuff that's equal back to it itself. Crazy, crazy? Let's go on. The 103 code, you can see where it goes through, the 5 words. It adds up to 1547. Not as great. It's totals times the sum of Hashem and Hashem Adnuth. Ado-Noi. Right? If we had what we say when we do prayers, we don't call him Hashem in prayers, and we don't call him what Yud-Kei-Vav-Kei is, because nobody in the world but the Kohen Gadol, when he's in the Beit HaMikdash, will be able to pronounce that name. It's called the ineffable name. We don't know, Tetragrammaton, we don't know how it's pronounced. The Jehovah's, whatever his witnesses, or how do you pronounce them, they think they know, because they said Jehovah, but that's not how you pronounce it, with the vowels. So it's called for us Ado-Noi. It's a Canaanite word, it means Lord. Lord, so that's what the non-Jews use a lot, the Lord. Oh, my Lord, my sweet Lord, or whatever song you want. They have Lord, so we have Lord also. We write it down as Lord a lot of times. Anyway, it doesn't mean master. It's Lord, Canaanite, he's in charge of things. But Hashem is what we usually say, the name, because that's all we know it by the name. So it's the name, and also added to, the name as Ado-Noi, added to Hashem, how we can't pronounce. Can't pronounce, more mystical, can pronounce Ado-Noi. Add them together, you get 91, it's also a main, and multiply by Tov, by 17. That's the other Tov, it's also nice. But the coming up stuff, this is crazy. This is the fall off the chair time, folks. The 10-word grand total. How many words am I going through? 10. How many Sfirot are there?
10.
10. So it already is talking about the Sfirot just in the 10 words. I'm adding 10 words together now, gematrias, and these 2 big totals, I'm going to add them together. And when you get the total there, the 10 words have a total of 2330. That's equal to 10. 10 for the Sfirot, which is what the Bli Mahs are talking about, times 233. Guess what 233 is? Eitz HaChaim. Eitz HaChaim is called the separatic tree. It's the tree of life. Oh my God, Torah, and also that. It's the tree of life. It's how everything was made. So the gematria sum of the 10 words is 10 times 233. Eitz HaChaim. Crazy, amazing. But there's more. What's the more? if you notice, 2330, and how many times did I use the code in here? 2 times. We saw it on the code words, right? 2 times. So we take away, like we did this last week also, take away the 2 code words, the gematria of them, and just leave it with all the other words they go through, all the other letters, I should say, they go through. And instead of having 10 words of 1 second. I don't know how many letters, because the different words have different numbers of letters, so I can't say the answer to that. But I'm taking away 10 letters, basically, from the 10 words. The letters are the ones for Bli Mah, and my remainder is 14, I didn't write the total, I just wrote the product. 14 times 154, it's 14 David, and 154 is Olam Haba. Because that's when the Bli Mah really comes into play. We have Bli Mah now for this world, but other worlds have Bli Mah also, everything in the universe. The Bli Mah made it, right? So that's what we have on this sheet. This is the Bli Mah sheet. Now,